All right, so we are back, and you can see in our first beaker, which is labeled plant, it's got our beans in it, that there's definitely a different color today than yesterday. And just to point that out, I did put some white paper behind it, just a piece of scrap paper towel, to make that color change easier to see, that color difference. So I can see now that the first beaker labeled plant looks yellowish green, definitely different color than animal, which I have not exhaled into yet, I'm about to do. And then definitely a different color than our control. You want to keep in the back of your mind, what is the purpose of the control? What purpose is it serving right now? Why did we include that in our experiment? Remember, a control group is always going to be used for comparison purposes to see if there is any variable affecting your outcome that may not be the variable that you're testing. So I really want to just make sure that it remains the color of the BTB all along. If it were to change and I didn't actually do anything to that beaker, then that would tell me that there might be some other variable at play here that's giving me the result that I'm seeing. So a control group is always important and always a good idea to include, if you can, in any sort of experiment. All right, I'm about to take a straw. I'm going to exhale into our animal beaker. Try to do so for about 30 seconds, and we'll see if we get any color change there. Just as a safety tip, just so you all know, I am going to wear goggles so that if this were to splatter at all, it won't get into my eyes. All right, that actually looks pretty good. It looks very similar to the bean color. So what I'm seeing right now for my results, my actual data would be that a plant has a color change, an animal has a color change. Our control group remains the same, which is good. It looks like we went from blue to a yellowish green color in the plant, blue to a yellowish green in the animal. And that does indicate the presence of carbon dioxide. So we must have CO2 in both of those beakers. So based on that data, you're going to want to look at some analysis questions and see what you can do with those. Remember that BTB stands for bromethioblue, is an indicator for the presence of carbon dioxide.